No toys in the fish tank. Monday morning, my heart jumps to see the minivan in the driveway next door when I wake up. I get dressed and eat my breakfast in little bites, so if Christy calls, I won't answer with a mouthful of cereal. At 9 o'clock, the phone rings. I'll get it, I yell in the direction of the kitchen where Mom and David are still having breakfast. Please don't let it be one of Mom's clients or Dad calling from work. I wait two more rings so it won't seem like I was waiting next to the phone. Hello? Hi, Catherine. It's Christy. I mouth yes to keep from squealing. Hi. I was wondering if you want to do something. I don't have to be at the community center until noon. Sure, that'd be great. Could we hang out at your house? Mine is crazy today, Christy says. Mom forgot to tell me the plumber was coming, and now I can't even have a shower. I'd like to say you can shower at my house to be nice, but with David home, the embarrassment chances are too risky. Want to go swimming? There's a pool? It's a pond, but it's not far. There's a raft and a little beach that anyone can use. She hesitates so long. I ask, Are you still there? I'll be over in a few minutes. In my bedroom, I tug open the top drawer of my bureau and pick a bathing suit. The blue one piece is good for swimming, but not pretty. I love the purple and white bikini that looks like batik, but the top slides when I dive. So I'm left with the last suit, green with gold flowers, swimmable and not ugly. Though I'm hurrying, I take a couple of seconds to stroke on cherry lip gloss and pink eyeshadow and comb my hair. Maybe I'll try my hair loose today, parted a little on the side. With jean shorts over my bathing suit, my favorite beach towel draped around my neck, sunscreen lathered, and flip flops on, I'm ready. Mom's still in the kitchen with David. Kneeling beside a pile of wet paper towels, she's cleaning a milk puddle from the linoleum. At the table, David swings his legs, eating his cereal. Chrissy and I are going to the pool, or pond, I say. I'll be back for lunch. Mom looks up from the spilled milk. I'm heading to the store. Would you like me to drop you girls off on the way? No, thanks. We'll walk. She gathers the wet paper towels. David, when you're finished, get your shoes on. We need to go to the grocery store and buy something for lunch. He looks up from his bowl of cereal on the table. At the table, milk drops clinging to his chin. And a video? Okay, but this time. David bolts from his seat, pushing past me to drop off his bowl in the sink. Watch out, Frog, he cries, bits of cereal splashing on the counter. Say excuse me, Catherine. When he doesn't say it, Mom gets up to block the doorway. Excuse me, Catherine, she repeats, looking over her glasses at David. The doorbell rings. See you later. I squeeze past David under Mom's arm. Though my name's part of the conversation, it's got nothing to do with me. I race down the hallway to the front door, but as soon as I see Chrissy, I wish I'd picked the purple and white bikini. She looks pretty in a long t-shirt and sandals, her hair hanging over her shoulders in a single braid. Can I borrow a beach towel? She says. I couldn't find mine. Sure, I'll go grab one. When I come back to the living room with my second favorite beach towel, Chrissy giggles. There's a duck in your fish tank. Behind her, the aquarium cover juts out at a crooked angle, but in the tank, David's rubber duck bobs along the surface, a goldfish mouthing its tail. Come on, I fake smile, handing her the towel. Let's go. Outside, the air smells summery of mown grass and warm tar, and from somewhere high in the trees, I hear a woodpecker rapping. David is gone with Mom, and I'm free. Walking down the road with Chrissy. I've never been swimming in a pond, Chrissy says, only in pools in the ocean. And the ocean. It's fun. I make sure to keep in step with Chrissy. Much warmer than the ocean, at least in Maine. It's gooey at the bottom when you're out a ways, but that's only old pine needles and leaves. Once you get in, you probably won't notice the big difference from a pool. She doesn't look so sure. Approaching the corner, I can't believe how ordinary the bus stop looks in the summer. Only another bend of sidewalk. Chrissy slows, staring at Ryan's empty yard. Was I her second choice? Are there fish in here? Chrissy asks, kicking the sandals off on the sand. I follow her gaze out across the pond to the fringe of pine and white birch trees on the other shore. Only minnows come near the shore. On our other side of the pond, there's a strip of sandy beach, but the far side has a steep, scooped out bank tangled with bushes and roots of trees. Once I overheard Ryan tell someone that there's a big fish that lives under the raft, I say, still smarting from Chrissy's long look at his house. But I've never seen it, so he might be lying. Chrissy wraps her finger around her braid. Is it deep? Over my head, but not so deep I can't swim down and touch. Sometimes we dare each other to bring back muck from the bottom. Her knuckles whiten on her braid. But we don't have to do that, I say. Good. She walks to the shore, pulling off her t-shirt. Seeing her candy red bikini, I wish again I wore my purple and white one, even if I had to hold the top when I dove. I undo my shorts. I like your bathing suit. I wanted to wear the new one my aunt gave me, but I think it's with my laundry at Dad's. Chrissy points to her foot, skimming in the water with her toes. Standing at the pond, my ankles look crooked, cut by the water's surface. I study the water line's ripple of distortion, wanting to capture it in my sketchbook. That's the bad part of living in two places, Chrissy shudders, stepping to the pond with me. I never have what I need at the right house, and Mom doesn't get it. This morning she kept saying, just wear another bathing suit, like it didn't matter. Watching her adjust the straps of her bikini top, I want to tell her I know how it feels to be split down the middle, too, pulled between the regular world of school and friends and David's world, where none of the same things matter, and how I don't belong completely in either world, but when someone is upset, it's not a good time to bring up your own problems. Chrissy takes a step farther into the water. I hate this bathing suit. The straps are always falling down. I'm in the water to my knees now. I know what you mean. The top of my favorite bikini doesn't fit perfect, and it slides. It's never shown anything, but Chrissy smiles. I had a bathing suit like that once. It drove me crazy. Stepping deeper, the cold tingles my thighs. I rub the goosebumps on my arms. It's always chilly at first, but you'll get used to it, I promise. Catherine, I'm sorry about the other day with the gum. I turn, but she's not looking at me. Chin down, Chrissy skims her fingertips across the surface of the water. David doesn't get jokes sometimes. The water feels warmer on my legs, and I take another step. Ryan didn't mean to upset him. He told me so. He didn't mean to upset you. The tiny waves created from Chrissy's hands moving to the water make a freezing tickle on my stomach. He said, the bottom gets very gooey here, I say, to change the subject. If you dive in now, you don't have to feel it. Plunging forward, my chest and shoulders scream with the shock of the cold. I go under, breaststroking, kicking hard until my lungs ache, and I can't stay under one more second. Breaking the surface, my hair is plastered to my face. I tread water, pushing it away. Christy stands in the shallows, her hands tracing across the pond's surface. Come on, I say. It's not bad once you get in. She takes a step. Are you kidding? It's freezing. Not once you get used to it. I'll meet you at the raft. I love swimming in water over my head, cold emptiness under my feet. Those sudden warm spots are icy underwater springs. Almost to the raft, I flip to my back and give in to the lightness of floating. Held by the water, I watch the blue sky, waiting for Chrissy to catch up. This is what I wish for, a next-door friend I could just come and go with. She's out of breath when she reaches me. At the ladder, I grip the side and swing my feet up to the bottom rung. Water showers off me as I climb. About that big fish, Chrissy says, swimming closer. What kind is it? The air makes me shiver. I sit on the raft and wrap my arms around my knees. It's probably just an eel. Her eyes widen. I mean, it's probably not an eel, just a fish that looks like an eel. Chrissy scrambles up the ladder. Yuck! I tuck my soaked hair behind my ears, wishing I had brought a hairband. I know without asking, Chrissy won't want to touch the bottom. She doesn't even seem to like the top of the water much. Maybe we can lay out in the sun. We lie on our stomachs, and I peek between the slates to the darkness below. The slight rocking of the raft, the slash of little waves slapping the boards beneath, and the sun drying my back makes me yawn. I have to find my other suit. I look over to Chrissy, fixing her shoulder straps. But if it's not at Dad's, I don't know where it is. She lays on her chin on her arm. I wish Mom wouldn't give up so easy. It's not like he had an affair. Maybe they're just taking a break for a little while. Maybe, Chrissy sighs. Do you think there really is a fish down there? The sadness in her voice makes me want to give her something, even if it's only pretend. What if he is down there, I say? But he's magic, like in that fairy tale, The Fisherman and His Wife. Chrissy squeezes the end of her braid, and drops of water falling off the tip, beating onto the raft. I don't know that story. This guy catches a big fish, except the fish says he's really a prince under a spell. The man lets the fish go, but his wife sends him back to get a wish granted. I'd scream if a fish started talking to me. Me too, but what would you wish for? I'd wish my parents would get back together and be happy. She turns to me, her eyes worried. Do you think that's 2 wishes or 1? 1. Your turn. What's your wish? I look down between the raft boards and imagine my always wish, my fingers reaching through the perfect top of David's head, finding the broken places in his brain, turning knobs or flipping switches, all his autism wiped clean. But saying that wish brings trouble. All people have a place, my 3rd grade teacher said firmly when I drew a pretend older brother in the My Family picture to be put out in the hallway for open house. I tried to tell her it was still David, but I wanted him to be able to play with me, and since I was fixing things, I made him older so that he could stick up for me, but I had to draw the picture over and visit the guidance counselor instead of going to music. Why is it in fairy tales wishes always backfire, I ask. If you want to change the subject, confuse the other person by going off on a wild, chatty detour. Like in The Fisherman and His Wife, I continue, the fisherman's wife keeps wanting bigger things, and by the end of the story, hey, a voice calls, Chris. I sit up so quick I scrape my knee on the raft. Ryan waves, standing on the sand at the shore. Behind him, his bike rests propped against the tree. Chrissy waves back, hi. I hope she yells at him to go home, but she says, come on, Catherine, and does a running dive heading for shore. I let her swim ahead of me. I do the breaststroke, dipping my face in and out of the water so I don't have to see Ryan standing on the sand waiting for us. At the shore, I cross my arms over my stomach and walk to my shorts and towel. Your mom said you were here, Ryan says to Chrissy. Did you ask Catherine yet? Ask me. Chrissy smiles. Catherine, you know how the community center is holding a dance on Saturday? I nod. They asked me to help decorate, Chrissy says, and I was hoping I could help you decorate, I say, grabbing my towel off the sand. I'm good at making posters. Actually, I was hoping you'd like to go, Chrissy glances at Ryan. Me and Ryan, and you and somebody. It'll be so much fun. Please say yes. I wrap my towel around me, tight as I can. I don't know anyone to ask. Ask Jason, Chrissy says, the boy you drew. This is your chance to ask him out. I open my mouth, but Ryan's smirk makes me close it. But that's not the only reason I don't tell. I don't dance. I slide my feet into my flip flops. I'll teach you, Chrissy says. My dad works late a lot, so I don't think I could get a ride. My mom can drop us off and pick us up. On the walk home, Chrissy has an answer for every one of my can'ts. She'll even loan me clothes and do my hair. Ask him, she says. By the time she's heading up her driveway, Chrissy has cornered me into a stuttered, I'll think about it. In my room, I peel off my damp bathing suit and put on the first clothes I pull from my dresser, an old shirt and shorts that don't match. I comb my wet snarls from my hair and watch Chrissy's minivan backing out of the driveway. Did Chrissy call me because she can't go to the dance with Ryan unless I go too? The minivan disappears from view. I turn to my bulletin board and the postcard from Disneyland tacked on the top. I wish it wasn't so expensive to call California. I want to tell Melissa everything and hear her say, it's okay, Catherine, but it'd take too long to explain, and maybe she'd be mad I cared so much about Chrissy being my friend. In my sketchbook, I try to draw my ankles distorted by the pond water, but they don't look warped and interesting. They look broken. I write words in the white space beside the sketch, but after pond and icy, the only ones that'll come are guilty, complicated, hidden, and weak. I close my sketchbook.